Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the bakery. On today's menu, we are serving a little bit of SilkSong with a nice spice of Pablo. There's actually another SilkSong challenge on the works, but I'm having struggles because of skill issues. Anyways, in today's challenge is beating SilkSong as an addict. If you're asking what this means, I'll tell you in the rules. Number 1, Lifeblood is always active. This happens because of a mod I have installed, and I will leave it in the description. I cannot upgrade my nail whatsoever as it would just make the challenge way too easy, and no silk skills are allowed either just because the amount of damage I do with them. I also have a boss health bar installed just so you guys can see the many Elden Ring moments that will happen in the video today, because I'm sure there will be some. So, starting out, we awake at the bottom of Green Path, but in a different kingdom, where we have been kidnapped for reasons that are unknown. Now it's up to us to scale this new kingdom not seen before. Before we can actually start the challenge, we need to sit at a bench to actually activate the mod. So let's head through this area, making sure not to touch anything or getting touched. Well, not in that manner at least. At the bench, we confirm the mod is in fact working by our completely blue health bar.
Yo, I'm really sorry, okay?
What is wrong with you? Why are you blue?
Now, with the mod active, it's time to take on the Moss Mother.
Let's do this!
I am dangerous. Oh, fuck.
Okay, Moss Mother is down, and I really wasn't expecting a challenge no matter what, but this is still one boss down. After the fight, we reach a well that looks like an obvious callback to the ground entrance of Dirtmouth, or Durmouth, however people say it. At the top, we pass out in front of a stupid nice chapel keeper that keeps beating us with her cane. She gives us the quest to reach the top of the Citadel, and that's what we have our eyes on. Wait a second, did you guys catch that in the Moss Mother fight? The mod
Like, no
wasn't
problem.
working. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, now that we did that within the challenge restrictions, we head to the Bone Bottom. There we speak to Peb, just because if you know, then you know. I won't say anything, but if you know, you shall understand. Deeper in the marrow, we take on our first gauntlet that went as well as you think it could. Then with some even more mod complications, I got it finally correctly working. No restarts this time. Bro, it's not working. Bro, the mod is just not fucking working. Okay, this mod works. Afterwards, we smack a lever. Then we get to speak to the dog of this game, Sherma. Easily the best character, unless they decide to put Salubra back in. Then I'll be soiled. Further up, we do some badass parkour that gets ruined by a double-wide flying prick, later smacking a chain for a nice little shortcut, then a lever for another. At the peaks of Bone Bottom, we encounter Chakra. Afterwards, we grab an early game spool fragment. Why did I do this? I have no idea. We can only use our spool to heal, so this feels a bit useless. But who knows, health might actually become a big problem. We might actually need these spool fragments. We unlock the bench next to Chakra before making it to the first Weaver Shrine, which grants us the Silk Spear ability, which uses silk to send out a spear. It's a tad bit of a self-explanation, but if you didn't know, now you do. We make a pit stop by the druid before taking on the beast, just in case we die. Well, it in fact wasn't a horrible idea to get the bench, but we did first try him. Best part is he's not dead, and now we get to mount him and shit.
You what?
After the fight, we ring our first bell and grab the bench inside of it by doing this cool speedrun strat that saves mere seconds, but trust me, those seconds mean a lot in speedrunning. Please believe me, it's above average. We also do more platforming to save a flea, yet again doing something that isn't going to affect us or it doesn't matter, because in this run, I'm not going to be doing Act 3, but I'm also not a horrible person, so I'm not just going to leave him stranded. You know who is a bad person though? Krot. But you'll see why later. I'm gonna copy what I just said, but this time we get rosaries and we're not saving a flea. Actually, you're not gonna see why later, you're gonna see why now. Krot is someone you can find at the top of Greymore, and he is a pervert, a big pervert. He takes a lot after my friend Aiden.
Guess who?
And this is why. Now that we have mostly done everything in the marrow, with the bell being rang, a flea saved, and a spear acquired, it's time to head to the deep docks, which, if you've seen the bones and lava earlier, that area was supposed to appear in Hollow Knight. But I guess they had other plans and saved it for this game. I actually know the answer, and it's simply that Ari didn't think the lava would fit in an area that was at the top of the map in Hollow Knight, so it made its way here, all the way at the bottom of Farloom. We enter the deep docks, purchasing a bell bench right out the gates, then head to another gauntlet. We cleared this one pretty quickly, not taking long at all before unlocking a shortcut to another resting area, next to the blacksmith. Hopefully she doesn't die like all the others do in our favorite trilogy. I want to fight Lace, so let's go do that. Forgot that we need to go get the dash. Now that my brain decided to function properly, I promise I wasn't born like this. My mom did in fact not take Tylenol. It's just at the time of recording this, I had drank coffee with Lars at 12 o'clock in the morning. Forgot that we need to actually go get this before we can fight Lace because this game is stupid. No, it's in the same area. I just got to go up and backtrack a little bit, which I didn't want to, but it's whatever. And then we get to fight Lace, and we get to move on to Farfields, and then fight for Chorus, and then Greymore, and then fight the Big Moth. And then we'll be halfway through the recording. It wasn't my best idea, but I did get this run done in one sitting. On the way to the dash, we did a gauntlet filled with little ants, only to be squished by the foot of me.
How good is that dick, bitch?
Past that room, we make it to the second Weaver Shrine, claiming the Swift Step ability. This now allows us to sprint and dash, traveling greater distances. We use our newfound ability to save another flea. Remember people, we are not crazy. Piece of cake. Croc. Now, it's time to take on Lace. We also first tried Lace. Trust me, I've had a lot of training with her. Even though I choked at the start, she still went down without much of a struggle.
My neck, my back, my pussy, and my...
How's that back doing? It's gone.
My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
My front, my back, get some school clothes and a backpack. What?
I'll just record you when you're not knowing, and I'll upload there. Hey guys, check out my new rap.
Yeah. 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 That's the first track.
Give me your stupid car, bitch.
Now that Deep Docks is done, it's time for the Farfields that are far away. Oh god, I'm so fucking stupid. Inside Farfields, I search for a bench, like I always do, but then decide it's better to just go speak to Seamstress. Then accept her quest and squat in her house for her bench, instead of paying for one like any responsible human being. After accepting her quest, we head slightly to the right and farm these guys until we acquire 25 spine cores. After getting all the ones needed, we take them back to Seamstress. Upon giving them to her, she starts sniffing my clothes like some weirdo, but I won't complain. Because we can now deploy our cloak like a Fortnite umbrella. Then we now get to take on 4th Chorus. I could skip this boss with an easy cheese, but I'm not going to do that this time around. At this point, I have already won the fight, but I haven't actually tried killing him without exploding the things above him. And would you look at that, it changed absolutely nothing. Well, it was still cool at least. Now, with our new ability, a needle in hand, we smack some explosive rocks, revealing upward gusts of wind we can use to get to Greymore. Inside of Greymore, I want to get the bell first, so I head all the way to the right side to take on a Crow Gauntlet. Oh my god, I just got my first death, I'm so fucking mad. Yeah, that's how I got my first death. on an easy ass gauntlet, and I was not so happy. On our second time going into Greymore, I decided it's best to probably get a bench before attempting that again if I'm going to die. Our second attempt goes well, as we defeat it this time around. Then we grab the bell we wanted to get in the first place. We head back to the bar, stealing his bench once again to take on Morwing. But before we can do that, what would an area be in SilkSong without another gauntlet? Thankfully this one's small. Now that it's cleared, it's time for Morwing. Man, just to think if I didn't die to the Crow Gauntlet, I would actually still been going strong with no deaths in the run. After Morwing is defeated, we head to Bellheart. Guys, I think there's some insects hanging right, and the only way to stop this is by killing the rope maker. So let's get to it. We got some bugs to save. We head to Shellwood to of course take on another gauntlet. Then we encounter Shocker once again, and she gets mad at me every time I walk past her now, but that's probably because I'm a cheater. Okay, so this is a new segment I'm going to start doing on my channel, probably every video. If you want to skip this, I will leave a timestamp in the video so you can skip this. If you've seen my last video, I made a joke towards Mancake's animal cookies fact that he does on this channel. Now obviously that was a joke, and going forward I will be keeping the World Wildlife Fund link in my description to also hopefully help raise awareness. But I won't pull a Lars Burrito for this. I won't be stealing the animal cookie segment that he has. We will actually be raising awareness for a different cause in this channel, and that cause is going to be raising awareness for mental health, specifically to raise awareness for suicide prevention, not just for men or women, but for everyone. As time goes on, and times get harder, stress grows and problems occur. Hell, you might have even felt like this for a while, maybe even since you were young. My goal here is to try to make my own corner of the world just a little bit brighter for the people that need it. As long as my videos help people and make them smile, my job has been completed. I only see my purpose here on this planet to bring joy and happiness and make others laugh. Like I said, if my videos can help you smile and laugh, my job is completed. And I choose suicide prevention because this topic has been in my life a lot, and I've struggled with negative thoughts and feelings for as long as I can remember. This isn't saying my life is bad. Hell, it's a lot better than most people have it, but I still continue to feel this way. So if I can help myself in the process by making these videos, I hope to help several others as well. I know millions have repeated what I'm going to say, but truly there is nothing worth taking your own existence over in this world. The odds of you even being here is slim to none. And if you didn't win that race, there would be a completely different person in your spot right now. Your life would not exist. With that being said, your life is precious, and there's so many people that you have yet to even meet that already love you and would enjoy your presence no matter what. During this segment, I will play a clip or read out a quote that I think holds a lot of meaning. Today's will be super cheesy, but I love this clip and I'm sure many have seen it.
You know, I'm not going to pretend that I know what's going on in the mind of a teenager. All I'm saying is Kyle made a mistake. If you're that depressed, reach out to someone. And remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
This quote holds a lot of meaning to me, mainly because I loved watching Robin's movies growing up as a kid, which he sadly was also found deceased from the same topic I'm covering in today's video. Its meaning is really in the quote itself, so I don't really need to explain to you what it means. Going forward with my videos, I will have a segment like this probably for everyone. The hotline will be in the description below. If you or anyone needs help and you truly feel like there's no one on this planet, hopefully this video will give you the feeling that maybe there is, or this number can provide you help to keep you here longer. Please, enjoy the rest of the video. I'm sorry this first segment was long. I just needed to explain how it would be moving forward. If you have watched all the way through, thank you. And if you take my advice or my videos help you, truly thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's lighten up the mood. Let's get back to the video. Further up in Shellwood, we encounter Sister Splinter, where in the middle of the fight, we claim our second death. We don't really know how this happened, but it did, and yet again I was upset. After the fight with Sister Splinter, the Clean Grip awaits our arrival, so we do some platforming in our Metroidvania game, eventually making it to the Weaver Shrine, claiming the Clean Grip for ourselves. With this, it's now time to take on Widow, the first boss I was stuck on for a bit in my first ever playthrough. So we head to the top of Bellheart, where Widow is located. We break some bells, clearing the path to the fight. We also grab a shortcut because we don't want another Greymore situation to happen. I also don't want another death because I've been on a roll. And during the time of this, I'm only 2 hours into my recording. Enough with my sappiness, eventually we make it to Widow and begin the fight. Well, we did first try her, and I gotta say, this fight is a lot more fun when you know what you're doing. Afterwards, we begin a mini parkour.
I feel bad for my porcelain throne.
Okay, thanks, Myth. Anyways, we claim the Needle Loin, then get a cutscene of the first sinner, which I might take on in this video, I'm not sure. Editor's note, I didn't. After the fight, we make it back to Bellheart and see the thriving town of what once was before it was taken over by Silk. Now, all that's left for us to do is ring a bell in Shellwood, then head to the Blasted Steps. Even though I just stated what I was going to do, we head further into Shellwood, purchasing a bench I will never use, then ringing the last bell needed to get to the Citadel. Now that that's completed, we head to the Blasted Steps, passing the bridge we once fell from. You will not be surprised by this, but in the Blasted Steps, I purchase a bench, and then carry on, followed by some parkour, which gets us to the top of the steps, purchasing the Bell Beast. We then reach the doors of the Citadel, where we play a little tune summoning the last judge and killing these innocent bugs. I actually feel super bad for them, because not many pilgrims make it to the Citadel's door, but anyways, let's continue with the fight. This fight wasn't hard, more fun than anything actually, but I am not surprised by this. This challenge isn't supposed to be super hard. If you get abilities like Trevor from GTA, you're pretty much playing on easy mode, or you're in. We enter the Citadel and do a bit of insert here to claim an extra silk spool even though it will never be used. Later, we break a hidden wall, taking us to the Coral Chambers where we find a replica of the Coral Chambers. And like everything in this world, we have to pay for it, so we do just that. Further in the chambers, we find a room with the Bell Beast and a water slide standy slidey out thing. I don't know. We also purchase it as well. This truly is a dog-eat-dog world. I don't even know why I wrote that. We go to the room outside Trobbio. We go outside the room of Trobbio, and I think sometime in this run I want to fight him, even though it's necessary. But we head to Songclave first, ringing the bell, and upon doing so, we wake up a random homeless man from his eternal slumber. He then gets all in our face, yelling and shaking a cup, and he's pissed that we rang his bell, cause now apparently everyone and their grubfather is heading to this exact location. But it never happens, so we slap him and the cup, taking all of his rosaries and then moving on. Eventually, I make it to the Cogwork Dancers, which I believe is a gay male couple, which that's cool, but if it isn't, this is gonna be awkward. I think it is though, I'm almost certain it is. However, this isn't gonna stop me from killing them. They're in my way, so sorry. Don't worry though, I don't think these are the real ones. We see the guy they're based off of in a cage in Sinner's Road. You're a bitch. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. Well, there's another death, just because of a dumb mistake. Man, that fight was really fun. I love these guys. They really replicate the feeling of the Mantis Lords, and that's one of my favorite boss fights in Hollow Knight. After that amazing fight, these statues start whispering sweet nothings into my ears. These guys are kind of like the Three Dreamers, so let's get to moving. We head down the clock tower, pulling off some platforming, which I think is the hardest platforming in the game. We unlock a door to one of the Dreamer guys, and a shortcut for one later on. First we head to the library area. I've already forgot what it's called. It's like the archive something. Inside, we take on a short gauntlet, followed by a mini-boss, which both go down without much of an issue. Oh, it's called Whispering Vaults, I remember now. But yeah, that gauntlet and boss fight went down pretty easily. Anyways, we slay Smo, purchase a map, and then get a nice shortcut to Songclave. We venture further down, meeting an asshole, who steals my shape toy, but lucky me, it's time for one of my favorite fights in the game, Trobbio. Oh my god, he just blew my spin. No! Man, I love this fight so much. It's definitely one of my favorite fights in the game, alongside his other fight as well. After Trobbio, we do even more platforming, after taking down a ladder. Can you tell I'm playing a platformer Metroidvania game yet? I tend to be doing a lot of this. We eventually find the secret formula, then deliver it to the Vault Keeper, where we learn the Krabby Patty formula. Afterwards, we head back to Songclave before making it to the Underworks, immediately going towards the Claw Line. Inside, we do some lava platforming, like we're in Bowser's Castle, until we reach the 4th Weaver Shrine? I don't really remember. I'm not going to show you what's next. All you need to know is I made it back to Songclave, and you know I definitely did some platforming, we all know this. Eventually, we make it to the top of the clock tower, where we are tasked to solving an annoying Zelda puzzle. After solving the musical notes on the 4 cylinders, we grab our guitar and put on a show for absolutely no one. This part is such a cool part in the game, I really love it. But with that, we learned the Krabby Patty formula but 2. Now only 1 remedy remains in our way.
What is that?
And it's the worst one of them all. And it's the worst one because it's a very long, drawn out, stupid gauntlet. I eventually make it right outside of it after doing some, come on kids, say it with me, on 3. 3, 3.
Must pay me $999, $999, $999, $999, $999, $999.
1, 2, 3. Platforming. Are you surprised? Our first attempt goes poorly, and that's where I end off day 1 of recording. I'll be able to finish this in pretty much 1 day. That's awesome. After many attempts and a few deaths, we finally completed this hour-long gauntlet. Then we talk to this guy and start playing some melody, leading us to learn it. And now only 2 bosses stand in our way of victory. Now that our long drawn-out fight is over, we head back to where we once fought the dancers, strumming our needle and playing a little tune, awakening the statues. Then we ascend the elevator, beginning the fight with Lace. What? Oh my god. Sadly, we didn't first attempt her, although it was very close. It was just another Elden Ring moment. Eventually, our duel comes to a stalemate, even though I'm pretty sure I kicked her ass. Later, we even point and laugh at her like her life is worthless and she means absolutely nothing. Then I head right, ending up in the terminus right outside the final boss. We head to the top of the cradle, opening up a shortcut, just in case we don't first try the final boss, and end up having trouble with her, which I don't expect us to. After grabbing our shortcut, we do the final part of platforming you're going to see in today's video. I know, be thankful, I am too. Then we start the last boss fight in the game, and take on Grandmother Silk. And there it is, everyone. In only a few attempts, Grandmother Silk goes down, and we claim our victory, meaning you can obviously beat SilkSong while constantly having lifeblood take over your body. I feel like from the get-go this was a very obvious answer, but this run was still super fun to record. And hey, I even got the speedrunner achievement from even doing this. Beating the run in only some hours, I don't know, I'll show it on the screen. And only dying a handful of times. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Like or subscribe if you feel cool enough to. I'm super close to monetization, and usually I wouldn't ask for subscribers, but this could also help contribute to show my parents I'm not just wasting my time making stupid videos on the internet, and hey, I'd love to make this my job and provide this stupid funny content for you guys forever. I also want to thank everyone for the overwhelming amount of support recently. Last month, I sat at a staggering 250 something subscribers, and by the time this video is out, I'm probably at 2,000. I will put a screenshot of what I'm at now, but the shorts have been growing my channel like crazy, and they've also been growing my long form videos like crazy as well. Hopefully, with this, my videos get pushed out to an even wider audience so people can see the stupid stuff I do. Thank you again, this is insane, and I'm even a step closer from making this my job, which is my dream. You could also leave a comment on the video as well, as I love responding to every single one of them, even though it's a little bit hard to in my shorts just because there's so many, I still try to do it. And I love seeing all the feedback you guys have to give and what you guys have to say about the video. I also ask for you to please ask any questions you have below about me, my videos, or anything else. Eventually, I want to put them all together and create a few Q&A videos. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an amazing afternoon, good night, or morning. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.
You like jazz? 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 You like